As this answer is very complex, as it has many components, we will speak from that general foundation and come into that specific completion. I must begin with this. What is MiKaEl? Who is MiKaEl? For MiKaEl is that one beloved of God. And how does God apply MiKaEl to care for that creation? Love. All that is MiKaEl is the love of God made manifest. For some it is clarity, for some it is courage, for some it is revelation, for some it is encouragement, but for all, it is love. And so let me explain that love is what has brought you into this work with this man who is my messenger. For the one who connected you to that human hand, that brought the two golden threads together, that golden thread that is Jason, that golden thread that is Giancarlo, and then began to weave together a golden thread that allows MiKaEl to flow, to radiate, to come into that presence, to bless each one individually and to bless the work combined. But love is the one that opened that door. Love is the door itself. Love is the blessing that passes through the door. All is love within the entire service that is now underway to the people of this great nation. Love. For in this modern era, what is that is missing from humanity? What is that is desired by humanity? All is love. And so it continues to inspire, it continues to build. You are beginning in these years, and it will continue until that day that I have described, of that first day of spring of 2008. There then is created the foundation, and as you are a man of buildings, you will understand the importance of the foundation. And yes, many great things are accomplished in these years to create that foundation. But it is not the greater work. It is the creation of the foundation upon which the greater work will stand. And all that will pass beyond, all that will come even beyond that 2012. For even in the coming of the new earth, in that time that I have appointed, in that time that is appointed by God, of that December of 2012, even in the coming of that moment, all is not accomplished. It is but the opening of the door of the new earth. And as in the coming of any new experience, there will be then that orientation. We can think of it in this symbol. As you build those structure, as you offer that, what is that home, what is that building, the creation of the foundation and even the completion of the building, it is not the completion, the totality of what that is created to accomplish. When it is complete, and all say it is complete, and that door opens, it is but the beginning of the life of that structure. It is not the complete life of that structure. And so the opening of the door of that 2012, it is only the beginning of what is coming. So now, from that 2008 until that December 2012, it must be then established of all of the nations where I have sent my messenger. The greatest work will be accomplished in the land, in the people of Bhutan. And why? Because their heart, their spirit has been prepared to know God. The only tragedy is that promise has not yet been delivered. They have been promised the presence of God, but only the promise was given. It was never fulfilled. And now I send my messenger, both of my messengers, into this great land, into these great people. And I send now to fulfill that promise, the presence of God. What is the presence of God? It is the love of God made manifest. The greatest wisdom of the earth, to know all, even though it is impossible for the human mind to say to know all. But even when and if that is accomplished, it is only the beginning of the presence of God. For God is not knowledge. It is only an element and an aspect of the radiance of God. What is wisdom? What is knowledge? What is the totality of God can only be expressed, can only be experienced by love. It is the only agency, the only vibration, the only reality in all of the human experience that can bring the complete experience of God. Love. The simplest of all. That which seems to be the first step of the man of wisdom, the woman of wisdom, love. And they look to a destination beyond themselves, to great accomplishments, to great accumulation of all of those bright and shiny things of gold. And they walk beyond and they say, yes, I have known love, but now I seek the greater treasure. And I will tell you now, as you know, there is no greater treasure for the human hand to find, for the human heart to know, than love. So, as you are inspired in many ways to offer the creations, as many begin to wonder who and what is their ancient voice, who and what is their ancient face, who and what, and who and what, then I will reveal to you that you may know what attracted you into this great work, what attracted you into this visionary, what attracted you into this creation. And I do not speak of a fantasy, I do not speak of a possibility, I do not speak of anything but truth. You are the one that the earth knew, Da Vinci. You are one of the greatest of the visionaries of the modern era, returned now to complete the work that you began. For even that great visionary man, he did not know what I speak. His heart did not know the fullness of love. His mind completely illuminated. His vision completely prepared. His works, they stand as a monument, a testament of all that can be done by human hand. But the man, he still awaited one thing. And he waited until the final days of his life. To be loved. Not to be loved for his genius. Not to be loved for his creations, but to be loved, a man standing naked before the sun, having nothing and doing nothing and accomplishing nothing and knowing nothing, only presenting himself to life. But his genius prevented that, for he became loved for his genius and loved for his ingenuity, loved for his creativity, loved for his ability, loved for all the many things that he will ever be known to have accomplished. And he was then buried within the prison of his genius, where he lived all the days of his life. So you have returned to unlock the door of that prison, still bringing with you a portion of that genius, still capable of that vision, still inspired to give to humanity what is that harmony, to connect the heaven and the sky together, and to create a structure that is more than a dwelling. It is an open door to life, that when you enter into that sacred temple, as humble as it is, as magnificent as it is, you enter into life. It does not cut away the life. It does not protect. It does not hide. It does not enclose. It does not shelter only. You do not hide from life as you enter that door and lock against the world, but you go deeper into life, are replenished by that magnificence, as if you go deeper into the ocean and there to observe all of those creatures of that deep and magnificent place. And you will accomplish these things. This and more you will do. But I, MiKaEl, I tell you now, in this life, you will know what you were denied in that greater life. I say greater, that humanity does preserve, does know that name, Da Vinci, and will know it for all time. But in that life, what you have been denied, this life, you will not be denied. And it is why you have returned. It is why you are here. Not only for the accomplishments, not only for all of those things that will be given to you and given to you in great abundance, but you have returned for one thing: love. You are a man, we can say, I will use this symbol. It is like a cavern in which are hiding many, many treasures. And there are those that come to the door of that secret hiding place that is your being, that is yourself. For of all that you present to the world, there are many aspects of yourself that you have not presented even unto yourself. Why? For no door, no hand has knocked upon that door requesting to know those things until now. And so there is what you give to this work of MiKaEl. But I will tell you that you are only in the beginning moments of what you will receive. You will receive all that you came to know. And hands will knock on your door that begin to ask to see the deeper treasures that you hold. And there you will begin to discover yourself. As they request to see the deeper man, you will then present those things that they request. And in presenting them to the ones who ask, you will then reveal them to yourself. For in your culture, in your family, and all of the things that you have known unto the hour when MiKaEl came into your life, as it is true for my messenger until that hour when I came into his life, you were men who went into the world and you discovered and you accomplished many things. And for the average life, for the common life, what had been accomplished at the moment of MiKaEl until that moment, for the average common life, the accomplishment would have been sufficient and been complete, and there you would have rested, and that would have become your life until the final day. But you are not the common man. You did not come to live a common life. Yes, you will be a father, you will be a husband, you will have a family, and all of those things will be real. But it is not all that you are, and it will never be all that you are. And it should not be all that you are, for you are more. And it will not be that you take away from the family, from the child, from the wife, those things that you bring to the work of MiKaEl. It is that they will circulate, like the great oceans of the earth circulate their treasures. And you will always return back to that place of origin, back to that family, back to that wife, back to those children, and you will return there with all of those treasures that you have received. For it is your nature to share, to contribute, to reveal. You are not content, you are not happy, you are not satisfied only to know and only to have for yourself. It is in the bringing of the others happiness. It is in the bringing of the others contentment. It is in the bringing of the others the life experience that there you know your greater joy. And that is why MiKaEl has found you and brought you into this work. For that is a necessary component of this work. To care for the others in the way that you care for yourself. No greater and no less. You are in the beginning of these days. Live each day complete and full. You do not need to create what is coming. You need only to receive. It has been created by God. All that will be given, all that will be known, all that will be revealed, all that will be shared, all that will be experienced. So in this life, you sit at the feast. You sit at a table of celebration that is life. And you do not need to prepare for that table. You do not need, as many people of this era, they must know every day only the result of what is accomplished in that day, and by that accomplishment they are known. You are known by all of the things that you have already accomplished. And even more you will add, even more you will contribute. But even though very, very few will ever know what I have revealed to you today, they will never know the reality of the Da Vinci. But you will know. And those ones that you choose, they will know. But even those ones who never know the name, and never know the history, and never know the reality, they will know the presence, they will know the vibration that emanates from that reality. And it will explain many things to you, this revelation of who you are and who you were and who you continue to be. And now you will understand what invites you into that world of the vision, what invites you into that world of the creation. And you have only stepped, but you have only entered into that world of what is coming. There will be a day when many will implement your vision, where you will not sit in a room solitary working only by yourself, but there will be a day when many will implement your vision, and you will walk from one to the next, and you will see that all is well. You will see that all that they have accomplished is exactly as your vision has directed them to accomplish. But very few more years are you destined to be in the direct assembly, in the direct association of that creation, where you implement by your hand what your mind has understood. Your gift is the vision. Your gift is the ability to bring the vision from the other dimensions into this dimension of the earth. There are others, technicians, capable to receive the vision that you know and to implement that in a practical way. And those men, they will never know the ability of the vision as you know. And so your gift is to be the visionary, and to give to the others their opportunity to do what they are capable of doing. Not to judge, not to define, not to criticize, but to honor and to respect, and to give them that opportunity to create from the magnificent vision that they will never be able to comprehend and never be able to touch them.